boys and girls. I am Professor Ida Duff, and this is Professor Ida Duff Art Class. Today in art class, we are going to look about painting. That's right, we're going to look about painting. One of the easiest ways to paint is with a paintbrush. So what you do, boys and girls, is you dip the paintbrush into the paint like this, and then you put it on the paper like this. See? Free. Now, boys and girls, there are better ways to paint than a paintbrush. There are so many different ways we can paint in a paintbrush. So, here is another way we can paint. What you can do is we can put some watery paint on the paper like this, and you can get a straw and blow the paint all over the paper like this. Look, it is my Aunt Marjorie. Another way we can paint is we can use different objects to paint. Here, what I have here is I have a lid. I have a lid of a bottle. What you can do is take the lid of the bottle, dip it in some paint, and put a one and two, like that. And if you add with a paintbrush, you can add, look, bump, bump. See, 2 carrots. Another thing you can do to paint is a lid. I have a lid here of a jam jar, and if I put it in the paint like this, look, I can put it on the paper like this. Let me turn the carrots upside down. Look, there. And if I get my paintbrush like this, and I can do that. Now we all know what that is. It is a tomato. Isn't that great? You can use a lid. You can use two different types of lid. Hey, you know what you can use? Let me show you. You can use anything. Here's an apple. I put the apple in the paint. I put the let me take that away. Put the apple in the paint, and I put the apple on the paper like this. There. Huh, it is a shoe. Now you don't have to use an apple. I can use a cookie cutter. To get the cookie cutter, you dip it in the paint. This cookie, of course, is in the shape of a teddy bear. So I dip it in the paint. I put it on the paper like that. And look at that. It is Donald Trump. Huh. Now, another thing we can use is we don't even have to use those. We can use anything we want. Look. We can use bread. Take the bread. Look at bread. Look at bread. And the paint like this. And on the paper. Look. Look, a kangaroo. See? So we can use anything to paint with. I'll show you some more. Look, we used bread, we used apples. Look, I can use a Pringle. Dip the Pringle in the paint. Let's move this out of the way. Dip the Pringle in the paint like this, and then put it on the paper like this, and the Eiffel Tower. There you go. Now, you can use something else. What else can we use? Here, look. You can use rice to paint with. Get the rice, put it in the paint, take it out of the paint like this, and you put it on the paper. There we go. And more paint, more rice, like that. Ha! There we go. It is the pyramids of Egypt. See, boys and girls, anything can be used to paint. You can even use your head. Watch. Get the paint, put it on your head like this, and put your head on the paper like this. You see? Anything can be used to paint. Isn't that amazing? It is amazing. I sound very much like my cousin, Mike, my cousin, Professor Liar Pants on Fire. But I'm not in Professor Ididaf. And in this Professor Ididaf art class, we have learned how to paint with so many different things. Anything can be used to paint. Now, boys and girls, something very important I want to say now. I can use anything to paint. Anything at all I can use to paint. But something more important than that is this. God can use anything at all. God can use anyone at all. In fact, God can use you to do his will. God has plans for the world. God has plans for you. God has plans for everything. And he can use you in those plans. That is amazing, isn't it? It is so amazing. God can use you, just like I can use any object in front of me to paint with. God can use you for his plans. But are you willing to be used? Do you want God to use you? God will use those who are willing to be used. You might not think that you're very good at anything. You might wonder what your gift is. What am I good at? I'm not good at art like Professor Ididaf, but that's okay. God knows what you're good at, and he will use you to do his will if you're willing to be used. So boys and girls, I hope you are willing to be used for God's will, because he has very, very, very special, amazing things for you to do for him. Are you willing to be used?